has been, well, the first delivery of fuel has been marked today at a ceremony. And for that, let's speak now to Tarik Oguzlu, who's a professor of international relations at Istanbul's Aydin University. And he joins me now live from Istanbul. From a global energy perspective and also a regional one, Tarik, what does the Akkuyu nuclear power plant mean?
Actually, first of all, it is very important that this nuclear energy agreement is taking place between Turkey and Russia. These are the two countries which are very vital to their national interests and which have a specific position, in particular concerning the existing liberal international order. We have to put it aside. But other than that, Turkey has been trying to increase its own energy resources in recent years, and cooperation with Russia has proved to be quite decisive in this particular sense. So just cooperating on this particular issue seems to have brought these two countries much closer to each other. So far, we have already noticed that Russia and Turkey have taken some joint initiatives in such a way to find solutions to some problems in this particular neighborhood, despite the fact that they are not always on the same page. We know it, we underline it. Other than that, Russia is a very rich country in terms of its natural resources. Turkey is not that much rich country because Turkey very much relies on external sources in terms of its need on energy. But imagine that one resource-rich country and one resource-poor country coming together to cooperate with a common objective to find a solution to energy problem in this particular geographical location.
Okay, and that is my very point. That was my question to you. What does it mean, this project now, for the region, energy-wise, and of course internationally as well?
I think Turkey might become a kind of energy hub in this particular region. That's without any question. And all of your guests before have already underlined this very much important point. Turkey is going to be a country that will be able to transport some of the energy that it gets from this nuclear plants to outside countries. And this will also contribute to Turkey's transit country identity in one way or another. And Turkey will become one of the countries in the region which has increased its internal domestic capacity in terms of producing energy needs. But other than that, this Russian-Turkish cooperation wouldn't have too much an importance on the larger global energy issues. But we should also approach this problem from another perspective. Relying on nuclear energy, investing in nuclear energy might help many countries across the globe to shift to this green transition process. So nuclear energy has already been accepted as a kind of green energy, safe energy, clean energy by international organizations, in particular the European Union. And this might also contribute to this transition to green energy all around the globe. But let me put very clearly, this is a point open to speculation. We know it because many countries inside the European Union, in particular Germany, for example, very much argue against.
Well, Germany just closed its last nuclear energy power plant in the past few weeks. So the timing, it really seems that there are divisions in Europe with regards to nuclear energy.
France is very much dependent on nuclear energy by 70%, if I'm not mistaken. So how to put this Turkish-Russian cooperation in this particular debate and issue is an open-ended question. We have to wait and see how it evolves.
And just going back to the point there that I was discussing with Melinda Nusifora with regards to the Black Sea Grain Initiative, which of course is up for renewal on May the 18th, that Russia has put new prerequisites for its extension. How much, the very same question I put to Melinda, how much goodwill and extra leverage does this give Turkey now as mediator in this important deal for food for the world?
Exactly. I think this will somehow contribute to Turkey's leverage vis-a-vis Russian Federation, because, you know, as you have already pointed out in your news, Turkey remains to be the only country within the international community, in part Western international community, being on talking terms with Russia, and Turkish-Russian cooperation have intensified quite significantly in recent years. If you add this nuclear energy cooperation to the already existing areas of cooperation, I am of the view that Turkey will be in a much better position to have convinced the skeptical Russian administration to agree to the extension of the grain deal. And Russia is not in a position to end this grain cooperation just because of the developments on the ground. And I think this has given some leverage to Turkey in this particular sense. Imagine that Russia, which has been very much recognized as the quintessential enemy of the Western international community, signing a very landmark agreement with Turkey on a particular issue, energy issue, which is very much vital to Russian national interest. So how Russia might forget this particular fact before taking any specific action on the issues concerning this grain transportation or any other kind of issue that relates to the war in Ukraine. So I think Turkey's bargaining capacity has quite extensively increased after this nuclear cooperation. Turkey is in a much better position to convince the Russians to extend this grain transportation agreement.
All right, so that's a good point to make there, that Turkey is in a better position now because of the Akkuyu nuclear power plant to possibly extend the Black Sea Grain Initiative. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your comments and your time. Tarik Oguzlu, who's a professor of international relations at Istanbul Aydin University.